What's up, wrestling fans? Back again, discuss TNA Impact Wrestling, coming off of TNA Final Resolution 2024 and the return of Tessa Blanchard. Everyone in the world is talking about it. Just about. Go on Twitter, go anywhere, go on any social media thing. Either she's the devil and should never be allowed to return to wrestling, because what has happened in the wrestling business worse than an 18 or whatever she was girl talking racist and being a bully? What's that? Sorry, just handed a note. Stone Cold Steve Austin beat his wife when he was a grown adult man. Just going to put that to the side for now. Jimmy Snuka murdered someone.
and that let's not forget, was it Shotzi Blackheart or somebody or herself was trying
selling
to sell
her shit?
Yeah, online.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's cool. Selling your shit. I mean, it's, speaking of, hang on. So we're gonna get to this Final Resolution. The Tessa thing is crazy. I mean, again, look around. The views are insane. Like TNA won. Everyone, there's like people are out there bitching, trying to cancel her again. It's not gonna happen, morons. You're wasting your time. Don't be an idiot. Look at the views she's getting. She got more views than like anything AEW did this weekend. If you even add on the New Japan shit, which I have to say, I love that the world has finally seen through that. New Japan, no one gives a fuck. They come to the United States, nobody cares anymore. Maybe it's because AEW fucking destroyed them or whatever, but okay. I'm Jason, back again with Gary, the Horror King. I don't think the Horror Son will be around today, sadly.
No,
Gary's,
he's school.
Sorry. Oh, he's back to school. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Well, next week they have.
Can you hear that? Can you hear the amount of people unsubscribing right now? We lost a draw. Speaking of a draw, speaking of total craziness, just sorry, this is a little bit for Gary, which I think I did play for him. But so over the weekend, Sean Sapp, who I can't explain how much I hate, like. It's so hard to even speak about someone who posted your underage relatives trying to get them hurt, but that's what that little cunt did. And he's done stuff with so many people. So the latest one was a sitting gorilla person, and he added Friday the 13th music to it, which I know Gary's a big fan of. So this is a voicemail from Sean, the journalist, Sapp.
Hey Tony, it's me. I know you're still trying to avoid me. I saw that you got back on Twitter. Saw that you blocked me on a few different accounts, all that good stuff. Saw that you followed some of the worst people on the app. But hey, that's whatever. You try to make a little comeback. I'll handle things the way that I plan to.
What? Wait.
This shit ain't going away, buddy.
Wait for it.
Go ahead. Call the cops.
Oh fuck!
I think that's more compelling than the last Halloween.
Oh fuck! Sometimes a bunch of people like, bro, this sounds like a fucking date. This is the beginning of a Dateline fucking special. Totally. I mean. There's
but
like
I don't want to
look voicemails, really and he keeps leaving more voicemails.
I don't want to look like a really bad Horror King. That was Halloween theme song, not Friday.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
My fault. No, here's what happened. It happened on Friday the 13th. So.
Oh, okay.
This person made the background Friday the 13th with the Halloween music. So. My fault. Okay. My bad, people. So we have Final Resolution. We also have spoilers, which I just found, and I got really, really. Detailed spoilers. We'll get into that after. I know a lot of you don't like spoilers, so we'll give you a spoiler warning. And is there any news we're missing? Other than Zia Brookside showing off that backside on social media today.
Yeah, thanks to you, messenger. Like I said,
okay, sorry. Oh shit! Oh, this is kind of sad. This is 7-minute old news. AJ Francis wraps up TNA contractual obligations.
Oh, AJ Francis? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, maybe that's why they give him that last push. Maybe, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was cool. And he shows up at the
Was there any truth? Do you know if AJ Styles himself was actually backstage? I
Yes,
know that. Oh,
just
okay.
hanging out, just hanging out with his friends.
Yeah, but still, that's cool either
I think
way.
someone said he lives around Atlanta.
Oh,
Or in
all right.
Atlanta. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, that would make
I
sense because
remember where he. Yeah.
he took a picture with Kazarian. I forget.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
Kazarian and like EY. But then like there was somebody weird in there, and I was like, you ruined it, bro. I think it was JDC. You know what I mean? Like it would have been a
Yeah.
good like throwback.
Yeah. You had a trifecta, and then whoa.
I mean, I guess he's sort of. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Tessa Blanchard, ready? Blanchard acknowledges Grace's incredible rise, but couldn't resist how things might have been different if she never left. I think, yes, if I had stayed in TNA all year, she wouldn't have this history or these successes. That's why I wanted to return, because it's my locker room and I want to reclaim it. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm not part of TNA right now, but is it part of my goal? Who knows? So she says she's not signed. We don't know, if that's bullshit or whatever. Wrestling,
Yeah.
if that's wrestling not signed, and
Man, I could not believe how hard she shoved Gia Miller aside.
Oh my God, that was. She's so, but I mean, that's part of like her, how she's so goddamn realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looked like she fucking knocked Gia Miller out.
Yeah, I was like concerned about her. I thought maybe we'd see maybe she got concussed.
But that's how fucking good Tessa is, and people forget it. Just watch, go back to that show, watch the punches she throws. Who was it, Jordan? Like, and then watch Orange Cassidy's punches. I would seriously take Tessa Blanchard way more seriously against John Moxley than I do that dude. She punches like it's no one. I don't know. I don't keep going on about punches, but I feel like nobody punches like her. She's one of the best strikers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very, very kind of like a Tara. Kind of like how Tara was bigger than a lot of the women in wrestling. Yeah. She even kind of had Tessa. I don't know if you noticed the motorcycle gear was very reminiscent of when Tara came to TNA.
And the mask.
Yeah.
Tara was also masked. Also, Richard Robles, my boy, always talking about how they should do masked knockouts.
Yeah.
Boom. Kind of happened there. Did you know it was Tessa?
It's definitely an effective device to use.
What were your thoughts first? Did you think it was Tessa?
It's been
who did you think it was?
I saw her. I thought she looked a little small at first. Yeah, but then when I see her rip the stuff, I think looked like she might have trimmed down and like got more buff, maybe like more like lean. You know what I mean?
Insane. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. She's an like her abs.
Yeah,
are just insane. Like
definitely
probably the best shape of her life. Here's my problem. I don't think TNA has enough people to hang with her.
No,
I think Jordan is going to struggle a little, and people can abuse me for that, but.
And Jay, I think it's exactly what TNA does need to try and get their hands on her, though, because it fills that void of like no longer having Deonna Purrazzo on the roster.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Deonna carry people for like a year.
Oh yeah.
Jordan did it for a year. Like Tessa can do that and more. Tessa can carry dudes in the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I'm a mark. I don't care. People have done worse shit in fucking wrestling. She did it when she was like 19 or whatever. And the girl that was the biggest fucking. What was her name? La Rosa Negra, something like that. The one who was the biggest problem. There's a picture of her. She tweeted like months after it happened that everything was cool. The one person who was the biggest deal about this. So you know what I mean? It's all fucking fake. What do you call it? Fake.
And plus, it doesn't hurt to have the Blanchard name associated with TNA because we could get her father to show up at a pay-per-view.
Also, how about for a TV deal?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Now you have the Hardys. Now you have Hardys, Blanchard.
Yeah, I think they're trying to stir up the pot to try and get some kind of a meaningful deal. I do really think that might be a thing this year.
And again, people are like, Tessa's so terrible. Wasn't she on fucking Women of Wrestling?
Yeah. Yep.
When they had a great TV deal.
Oh yeah, that was the promotion that Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, she was racist before that, right? You know what I mean? Like, no, did anyone freak out about Women of Wrestling and fucking call out Jeannie Buss?
Well, and the thing is, Jay, people seem to forget all this bad stuff. that sexy star did too. Like
Oh yeah,
no
she almost
one.
murdered Rosemary.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's confusing because there's a different sexy star now, just using the name. So yeah.
Okay.
I freaked out about that one time. Then I listened to Conan, and he's like, "Yeah, so we use different names. So like, we got a different sexy star now." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, I just did a 15-minute thing on cursing her out, and she retired like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah, Tessa looks fantastic. I mean, Jesus, just literally her looks. I mean, gorgeous.
It was perfect timing to have her come down to intervene in the
totally,
Rose.
yeah. And she's a perfect fallback option. Damn it, Rubbles. Damn it, Rubbles.
And she looked very convincing the way she was kind of throwing Jordan around too, for the difference in muscle mass and stuff.
Totally. Sorry, had to respond to my boy Robles. Okay, so I'm just looking around if there's any more news other than that before we get into. Oh yeah, did we mention Moose? No,
about the
Moose is seemingly going to drop the title, the X Division title.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is
I think
kind of a spoiler that we'll get into after, but that part is out. Like he's tweeting about it and he's talking about it, and there's headlines about it. The X Division title's going away. Moose bringing a new title.
I later did see something about they figure this is going to be a storyline where Ace Austin comes along and saves the X Division.
I mean, we did talk about that literally last week, how he should be the guy in the X Division.
Yeah, and definitely, especially with like Chris Bay on the shelf and like
he's got that. What do you call it? You know what I mean? Like he's got the friggin' all the goodwill in the world right now. He's awesome also. I think this is when you put friggin'. I mean, if you want to go all the way with this dude, you put Gia with him. You know what I mean? Give him everything. Give this dude that's the only thing he's missing.
Definitely.
A smoking girl next to him who is with him in real life, and it's stupid that she's not there anyway.
And honestly, I think this would be a good time with them doing all this. Would be a good time to bring back the Super X Cup as well.
Well, we don't want to get too crazy. That's a Tony Khan kind of idea. Let's leave the tournaments for them. But yeah, no, I agree. It would be better than what they did at these tapings, which we'll get to after. But now it's time for Final Resolution. And I have it backwards on my... okay, hang on. I just have to read it upside down. Okay. JDC defeated Leon Slater, which we were not very happy about. Why? JDC didn't need that win. Also, there's no need for this fucking match. That's an Impact match. Like you always say, there should be one countdown show match if they have to have one. Make all videos and then focus on the one countdown show match. Kazarian versus Gresham.
Well, yeah, and if you want to have the main one match, that the Kazarian Gresham would have got longer time.
Yeah, exactly.
Been a lot closer contest, or would have felt like a much more fulfilled way to kick off the pay-per-view.
Is there anyone out there who feels differently about JDC today after he beat Leon Slater? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, other than Moose, the system lost. I mean, I wouldn't have had the system beat the Hardys.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Okay.
But I mean, I guess they had.
Okay, was that the only win for the system?
No. Well, Moose had won too.
Moose, okay. Well, then sorry. F this match. I like JDC, I like Slater a lot, but they're kind of pushing Slater, and then you have him lose to JDC, who's not an X guy, and I don't know, he's kind of like a comedy character.
Then they keep mentioning his days are dwindling to beat Amazing Red for the youngest champion, which was it is being wasted so far.
I missed that actually, yeah. I mean, hey, bring back Amazing Red if he's not going to do it. Make some kind of angle out of it. Kazarian defeated Gresham by submission, which I was shocked about.
Yeah,
who loses by submission? You know what I mean? That's like
the chicken wing, right? Isn't that what he beat him with?
Yeah, and like he did something heelish to get him into the chicken wing, I guess. But like, he made him tap out. Like,
Jay, you would have never seen this with a Jonathan Gresham in Ring of Honor tapping. Ever. It's just like tapping home.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that also. Like, certain guys shouldn't tap out. Like, and especially a guy like Gresham who makes people tap out.
Yeah.
Like, this felt like a fuck you to Gresham. Like, that was my first thought. Like, we're never gonna see Gresham again. Like,
Yeah, I definitely think this is maybe a message sent that he is going to be leaving, because he just feels like they're throwing him in like
it's just so
like
weird.
multi matches, and then like when he's in singles competition, he's losing all the time too.
Yeah, very weird. I mean, he did. Yeah, okay. No, you said singles competition. I was gonna say didn't he win? That was like a 6-man tag or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so pre-show kind of crap. I like Kazarian winning all the time. I can't complain about that, but
No.
I mean, what the hell? I mean, you gotta just like wave Gresham or something now. Like he's just nothing after everything that they've done to him. I mean, that stupid ass
I
that
think
gimmick when they went. What was it? The other guy went to a different fucking country. Remember to get the
yeah.
the octopus man thing. That was so weird.
I think TNA or Anthem's vision of Jonathan Gresham is kind of like your vision of him. You don't find him imposing.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I do really either, but they don't find a lot of anything to vest in him. So they kind of
day one. Why not the X Division? Too easy. I always felt like he'd be an interesting X Division guy if you just like do it the right way. Like if you, like he could have been a different kind of X Division guy this whole time. He could have been the X Division guy that taps people out. He could still do X Division type moves. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just they totally.
I mean, there's really no reason he couldn't be our version of Taz. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's him though. Listen, him and Jordan clearly have a much bigger opinion of him than most bookers do.
Yeah, that could be.
That's totally fair to say. Jordan Grace and Rosemary went to no contest after interference from Tessa Blanchard. And let me just say, holy shit, I tweeted again. I think I tweeted the same thing like 2 weeks in a row that Rosemary looks like she's moving in slow motion. And it got a few likes. Like people are finally seeing, like, this isn't the time for Rosemary. Like, it is, and then Tessa coming in like a lunatic, moving at the speed of light compared to Rosemary, made her look so much worse.
I'm not hating on Rosemary here, but like I've noticed a lot of the issue with her isn't just the slowness. It's like she hasn't reinvented herself. Like she doesn't come up with move sets or anything to make her stand out really anymore either.
No, she had some cool moves, like the one where it's she chokes the person over the rope. Like she kind of halfway did that this week.
Oh yeah,
and I thought it was like a great I don't know, metaphor. Like she's like halfway Rosemary. Like the face paint is halfway, the hair is halfway. Again, I hope really hope nothing's wrong with her where she had to shave her head, but I don't think so because she wouldn't be wrestling. So whatever. So Tessa came in there. That was awesome. I don't know. Again, everyone's fucking talking about it. You cannot say that's not a win for TNA. I don't care how you feel, whatever.
Wasn't her views somewhere like in half a million or something?
It's way over a million. Way over a million now.
Yeah.
Nothing was close. I mean, if you look at the amount of retweets, I think I counted 1,000 at one point early, and no one else had 30.
Damn.
Again, people wonder why. How long has she been out of wrestling? I know. God forbid TNA brings back someone that the world wants to see so much that everyone talks about.
Tom Hannafan said, can't remember how many years he said to an exact, but I thought he said at least
2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah, something like he said how many it was, but I can't remember what he said now.
Also interesting, she's not number 23. So that means someone else is coming soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like number 23, I mean, I won't say obvious, but pretty goddamn obvious. It's that live show on the 23rd.
Just better not be nobody from MMA or anything like that.
It has to be connected to Sammy, because there's been multiple news videos, and they keep happening with Sam or PCO, but I think there's a better chance with Sammy with all of his history.
That's a good point. You pointed out that it seems.
How about OVE comes back? Like fuck you, bro. Jay Chris, I was on that could be trick. That could be. Remember when Jay Chris wrestled recently? He's like, you got me on the show, and what did you do? You let me there to lose in a jobber match or something, So what did I do? I found our old crew.
And they put the jump on PCO and Sammy. Yeah.
You can't even say that. Yeah, you chose PCO over, then bring back what the hell's his name? The big giant guy.
Oh, Madman Fulton.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I mean, again, those are Sammy's boys. They're all Ohio. Sammy has power in the company. I mean, I think something like that's definitely. I think that's what. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but that's where I'm thinking 23 is going to go. Some kind of group that Sammy screwed over or something.
Well, I always felt bad for Madman Fulton. He's a very humble guy. I remember he said, like, way back in the day, like, he basically was like not well off, like he was nearly like living on the street or something. I always felt like when you hear shit like that, I mean, like, how do you not sign that dude and push him to the moon, hearing shit.
And he was really good. And everybody liked him. Kind of like a Falaba type, but different.
Yeah.
Also, can we get Falaba back? What the hell?
I know we don't really have any
so
real
lovable,
and that were really good.
Or like a comedy character, really.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
good one.
Very lacking. You don't mind a comedy character like that because he did it so well. But
okay, what was your match of the night? I had two very close ones. I won't tell you mine until you say it.
Well, what I did tell you that I was very surprised with the Ace Austin and Trent Seven. I know we're not big on Trent Seven.
Wait, what the hell?
But that match was
wow. I was just gonna say, sorry, Gary, that match was not on this show, and it must have been Impact. But nope, there it is. Wow, how do I have no memory of that? I guess because it's Trent Seven.
yeah, I definitely was an achieving match.
Okay, no, that's right. I mean, listen, I got to give the guy a break sometimes. Like, he's good against a guy like Ace because he's big. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't think he fits at all in the X division, but like, when he can like throw a guy around like Ace, like it makes him look good. But that's like every big little guy thing. But yeah, he did a good job, and it didn't suck. So,
and I was also very surprised at how the main event was too. I honestly didn't. I don't think it was probably my second favorite, but I was surprised how like Nick Nemeth was able to make AJ Francis very like a severe
I
threat.
never for once thought he was getting pinned, but yeah, like it wasn't like a joke match either. So,
but I mean,
I gave both world championship matches 3 stars. I thought they were both like good, but not great.
Yeah, definitely.
I gave the Moose match 3 1/4 stars. I don't know, Moose Kushida, like that's my favorite kind of match. The big dude against the flippy dude, and they're both 2 of the best wrestlers on the roster. And then the number one contender match, I thought was my match. That was my match of the night, 3 1/2 stars. Also, I only go to 4. I know a lot of people go to 5. I feel like that's weird. Isn't movies 4 stars? You know what I mean? Like everything, isn't everything like?
And to me, I think it's kind of hard to leave the Hardy match against the System out of there too, just because of the impact.
Yeah, see, I gave that one 3 also, but it was like it's tough. I don't know.
I
gave the Rosemary match 2 1/4. I gave the Trent match 2 1/2. I gave the Jake something. That was weird. Okay, we got got to mention Hammerstone. Mentioned on Facebook. He is having surgery. That's why he was missing here. Looks pretty sad. Obviously sucks. So it was the Rascals defeating Jake something by himself, and then PCO and Sammy. And again, I feel like this is just, again, bringing back the idea that Jake something can be this unstoppable monster that he will never be. Because they'll just never book him that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if they're not all Jake something and Hammerstone tag team, why? I mean, we still have. I'm not big on Shira either, but if we're gonna throw on 2 men together, why not stick Jake something with Shira or something like that?
Who the F was Cody Deaner?
Yeah.
First time I've ever asked that question, but I mean, it's cousin
to be
Deaner.
fair, Jay, he was on the Go Home show. He challenged Moose to.
Yeah, that's right. So he has been around. I mean,
yeah,
he could have said, I need my cousin or something. Well, you know what I mean? I got you, cuz. Even if he gets his ass kicked, you know what I mean? And most of the matches,
the thing is, a lot of, I guess TNA is getting a little bit of flack because they made Deaner look a little bit of a threat to Moose on the Go Home show. Yeah,
should never happen. Yeah,
yeah.
But to be fair, Deaner's an awesome guy in real life, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. So yeah, my favorite matches were the number 1 contenders match, except that Macklin lost. I mean,
yeah, I didn't like that.
Like, I'm not very excited for Hendry Nemeth right now because they're both faces and it's confusing. Like, I really thought Nemeth would turn heel here, something would happen with JBL. That's what I don't know. I was kind of pissed about that. Like
Oh
something.
yeah, and then like they went nowhere with that.
I think I was yelling about this
Either.
last time. I think I was yelling about this last time. Like, you have to do something with JBL. Like, how long has this been out there, just laying there?
Well, and then to do it like months in a row and then just stop cold
Yeah, and then
turkey.
stop doing it. Exactly. And then it makes it even weirder.
Yeah,
But I mean,
it's
like
where was
by the
it?
time they get to January, like he could be off TV for what, 2 months or something, and then we're like everyone's supposed to remember that story. Whatever though, it's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough around
Well,
the end
and,
of the
and then
year.
before the matchup for the number one contendership, I kind of felt like maybe they were gonna maybe put it on, like give Macklin the number one contender, because EY kept building him up and
Yeah.
like, good luck out there tonight, man.
Well, I did say last week. I said I think he's gonna be world champion, but not yet. Like maybe like I don't know, Slammiversary or something. Because he's still, I think he still needs like more wins and stuff. Maybe
But
he
I
can beat
mean,
Josh again clean. Like
in a lot of ways, though, he could have a lot of flack for it, because he's been with TNA longer than a Joe Hendry, Mike Santana, and then Alexander's had his opportunity, and we all know where he's going.
That's what I mean. I feel like there has to be a bigger story to him that is still coming. Similar to Hendry. How many people thought Hendry was done? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what? They waited until the most important pay-per-view, Genesis, for Hendry. So screw you, everyone who's like, oh, they forgot about Hendry. No. They did the right thing. They didn't put him on a pointless goddamn November or December pay-per-view like AJ Francis. Again, no disrespect to AJ Francis. They probably knew he was leaving. It was a thank you, end of the year, pointless show. Other than Tessa, it was a pointless show that they got a crazy amount of buzz out of.
Yeah, and I know it's a couple months out there, but do you think they pulled the trigger on Joe Hendry actually getting the world title come Genesis?
I have no idea. I just don't know how he could against Nemeth with, again, with him lurking. What the hell is Bradshaw lurking? Like,
yeah, and Joe's probably going to be there in January, I'm guessing.
Like that's the match where like something has to happen. Like when you finally put Nemeth against a guy like he probably can't beat, just in terms of hotness. I know that's a weird word to use, but Hendry's like just so hot, like with the crowd and all that.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that was my favorite match. I thought any of those. I really thought any of those four guys could win. I mean, okay, three. I didn't think Josh was going to win. He's going to lose on his way out until he goes crawling to AEW or NXT. I don't know. People are actually saying NXT needs him to go with Ethan Page. Yeah, that's what they need.
I don't know, but he even kind of looks the part. He looks battered and bruised. Like,
oh, totally.
It looks like they're literally trying to make him look really bad on the way home.
It looks like he feels it.
He's kind of like that wrestler that should retire, but he doesn't, because he still has that love for it.
Kind of like the wrestler in the movie The Wrestler, like just so beaten down, and not saying he's drugged up or anything, but like he just looks like he's like all fucked up. And again, he wanted out of the again for TNA fans, he wanted out of the company.
Yeah, which is a shame.
So Anthem said, "Fuck you, bro. Here's another 6 months." The same thing Tony has been doing, and people are freaking out about that. Why doesn't someone freak out about this? I mean, I kind of want just so I can laugh at the people freaking out about it, but whatever.
I don't know. He just thinks he's going to go to greener pastures, and he could fall flat on his face.
He will never be booked like he was anywhere ever close to it. Like, I can't imagine being like being him, like one of the most greatest booked wrestlers in the history of TNA. Easily this decade. No, I mean he's Mr. TNA, or he was.
Yeah, he's the longest reigning world championship in TNA history.
Come on, what the fuck is he going to do in AEW? He's going to be booked over Ricochet and Ospreay and Okada and these guys who are still not even stars in AEW. Because they have no idea what they're doing. It's unbelievable. I don't know if you saw this, but MJF, the coolest motherfucker alive years ago, was at an indie show over the weekend where he went face-to-face and got a holy shit chant because he was face-to-face with the Costco guy at an indie show.
Really?
The Costco guy was facing, that was his name, QT Marshall, at some indie show. Looked like there was 30 people there. Fucking MJF shows up. And like the night before, Jericho did it on GCW and is like just
barely. Is that the thing you were showing me about Jericho and?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It just like years ago, everyone would be huge. Like, oh my God, Jericho showed up somewhere. Now it's like, oh, look at that, Jericho at GCW. Great. He's gonna beat fucking. Great. He's gonna beat everyone in GCW in a fucking gauntlet match because he can't ever lose. Also, he's the Ring of Honor champion, and people are actually keep talking like there's going to be a Ring of Honor TV deal, which I've seen some crazy shit in my times. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's facing your boy, Zack Ryder, at Final Battle.
Oh, really?
What says Ring of Honor more than Chris Jericho against Zack fucking Ryder? Seriously, isn't that like the opposite of what Ring of Honor used to be?
Yeah, it's a straight up,
instead of wrestling, there's literally two characters, two old WWE characters.
Yeah, very old throwback technical wrestlers.
Zack Ryder. Oh God.
There's nothing technical about Zack Ryder.
Like there's a bunch of names I might have tuned in for, and Zack Ryder is probably the last one in the world. And you can go back to literally all of our podcasts when he was on TNA. We didn't care. He was cool, like when he came in for 5 minutes, but like we quickly knew, like, he's dying to go back to WWE. Also, really quick, because I didn't realize this, but Chelsea Green, the new WWE, whatever the fuck, mid-card champion, who everyone agrees had the worst match on Saturday Night's Main Event. It was trash, shit match. And she won a mid-card title that looked so goddamn mid, it's amazing. But Chelsea Green was one of the biggest voices against Tessa Blanchard at the time.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And if I was Chelsea Green, I would have done the same shit, because Tessa is so much better than her. It's not even funny. Not even in the same planet. So Chelsea Green, do you remember when they fired what was her name? They threw her shit in garbage pails. The legend, WWE TNA legend. They threw her shit in the garbage. They sent her, they put her clothes and stuff in garbage bags. And everyone, Jesus Christ, what's her name? Fucking former TNA champion, like a few years ago. She's kind of old. She's like 40 something, still hot as shit. Legend. Married to she's married to oh my God, I can't believe I can't believe I'm naming her husband. She's married to Nick Aldis.
Oh, Mickey James. I thought I was going to say that. I was going to say that, but then I didn't know.
The trash thing with Mickey James when they threw her shit in the trash?
Yeah.
WWE?
Yeah, I definitely do remember that. And then they did something.
And you know who came out and talked so much shit? Chelsea Green. How dare they? Blah, blah. Blood money. Blah, blah, blah. How's she doing with that blood money right now? Not only is she enjoying it, she's trying to get her boyfriend back in on it. But guess what? Nobody wants him. So stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
What is her main issue with Tessa? Did they have like
it was from years ago? It was just Tessa won the title, and all these, I'm gonna say bitches came out, like they waited for her to win the title. They knew it was coming, and then they all came out with, all these accusations that they held back for years.
Okay.
And it was mostly all about this one wrestler who posted on Twitter like pretty much months after it happened, basically saying, showing there's no beef, as she was like hugging Tessa, saying it's all love.
Oh,
but no one cares about the actual one fucking victim.
So it was actually
Tessa was a bully because she was like 18 years old and thought too much of herself. Holy shit. I guess we should throw Shawn Michaels off the fucking universe. Who was a bigger bully than Shawn Michaels, who was on drugs at the fucking time? Like, fuck off, all you fucking people.
Kind of sounds like some of it stemmed off too when Chelsea and Tessa were on the roster too, maybe in TNA as well. Like there was probably
You
know what I mean?
Looking stupid. And, maybe she didn't like being a wedding girl while Tessa was putting on 8-star matches against men.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A lot of jealousy going on.
Yeah. Tons of it. And guess what? If I was a female wrestler, I wouldn't want Tessa in the wrestling world either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
makes everyone
look
bad.
It'd be like wanting to face Masha Slamovich right now.
Yeah, it's like It's like saying you want the fucking Rock to come back if you're a WWE wrestler. You don't. He's gonna take up 10 spots ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I think we got through most of the card. The Rascals. Did we say
think we
team match? The Hardys beat. Yeah. Okay, I've seen a lot of shit on this. How many goddamn shots are the System gonna get? And I have to agree. I didn't realize they've lost every match against the Hardys.
Yeah, I do think there is some like justification a little bit for this because
Totally.
Prior to this, the System had been beating them down, like leaving them laying with chairs wrapped
And they
around
were beating everyone. I mean, listen, I get the Hardys are awesome, but give them a fucking cheap win against the Hardys to make it a feud instead of the Hardy fucking destruction.
Well, that's the thing. Like that, I think that's kind of the issue right now. Like we got guys like the Good Hands, but we don't really use them effectively, and we, they build them up just to tear them down again, and then we got.
I do feel good about the Rascals right now.
Oh, I do too. They definitely
like putting the Rascals like on. I feel like the Rascals are on one side and the Hardys are on the other side, and in a few months they're going to meet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just like that a lot. Masha, I mean. Okay, well, it looks actually. I don't know who do you think Masha's going to face next. Okay, we're getting into the spoilerific section, so you might want to get the hell out of here.
If they announced that Final Resolution, who her.
Okay, so I'm going to say a spoiler right now, which is Tessa Blanchard is facing Jordan.
Okay. And I like that they don't just have her coming in right away and going for the title too, kind of like giving her, like making her kind of re-earn her spot.
And the story the story out there is she's going to have a feud with. This isn't a one-time thing. They're going to wrestle like 2 or 3 times, and then Jordan leaves.
Oh, okay.
That's the story for now. She puts over,
Yeah. Well, like you said that one week, they need to job Jordan the fuck out.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I don't think Jordan would even mind it to the right people. I mean, listen, if she has a problem with Tessa, that's a totally different thing. Like, I don't think Jordan would not. Jordan would job to Tasha, guaranteed. Masha, she has. I mean, I bet she jobbed to Ash just because she's probably into her.
Well, if there was one lady I would definitely job to just because she hold her own with men and stuff too is like Tessa Blanchard. I mean, like if anybody knows how tough she is, it should be Jordan, because she knows how to wrestle that style as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't realize they wrestled.
What's that?
I didn't realize they had a match.
Oh, they've had
Tessa and Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Am I crazy? Hang on.
TNA.
Am I crazy? Hang on. Am I crazy?
I don't know. There was a lot of confusion going on.
They did. Shit. Okay, I'm wrong.
Because we had a lot of good knockouts at that point. Because we had what was her name? The one that's with Mr. TNA Impact, or not Moose, but Johnny Impact.
Oh, here it is. There it is. 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. They did have one in TNA.
Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace, #1 contenders match, 2019.
Oh, wow.
Wow. How stacked were they? Tessa Blanchard took on Jordan Grace for the #1 contendership of Taya Valkyrie Championship.
Yeah, I was just going to say Taya. I think Taya was in the stuff at that point, too.
And guess what? Tessa jobbed for Jordan.
Oh, okay.
So if you think these two have heat, maybe check back on this match where Tessa cleanly jobbed. I'm guessing on her way out. 2019. I'm not sure, but match did happen. Looked like it was short, and this was a totally different Jordan. I mean, I don't want to say. Yeah, I don't know a nice way to say it, but this was chubby Jordan.
Yeah.
Totally different look now. Totally different wrestler now. Totally different human, but
definitely a different mindset, Jordan, too, knowing that she is going to be.
I mean, she's like the best. She's one of the best in the world now, and she knows she's facing one of the best in the world. Like, this is fantastic. Yeah. Like, this is fucking. They can make this the main event. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would be
fucking men's. Put them in a goddamn. I don't know. Maybe the first match is normal, but then you put them in a cage or something. Like, they can have the greatest women's matches. I don't know, in a long time, in a really, really long time.
Yeah, I would not have a problem whatsoever with that being a main event. That's one time.
Give them an Iron Woman match. Imagine those two fucking.
Oh wow.
There's
Early.
so many things she can do. Then she can wrestle dudes. She can be like, fuck that, I want my title. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's it for Final Resolution. Now let's get to the spoilers. I have notes from Cultaholic, which should have had earlier, but so this is interesting shit. Spoilers, get out of here. Get out of here. Subscribe and like and leave a comment, then get the hell out of here. Ace Austin declared his intentions coming in after the TNA World Championship, but was cut off by Moose. Santino then confirmed the two will clash for the X Division title at Genesis. Moose threw the title belt down later at the taping, saying a new title would debut at Genesis. Okay,
Oh, wow.
Try and unpack that one. So there's an X Division Championship match. I'm thinking if Moose wins, he debuts a new title, which he's going to have to win because he wouldn't make a new title.
But it's kind of weird at the same.
Are they getting rid of the X Division title? Because I know this is one of those things everyone will cry about except me because I never fucking got it.
Well, I mean, I don't like it if they ditch it completely, but then on the other hand, like if it's still gonna
Can't
stay,
we just have a mid-card title?
I mean, I would
Get
be
rid of
better.
PCOs since I think they forgot about it and they're letting him carry around that other title.
Yeah, that international championship title or whatever.
They totally forgot about the DMC, so throw that
Yeah.
shit out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really interesting. People would get so fucking pissed off if they get rid of the X Division Championship. But
Unless they take that that title, the digital media and Moose's title, and they unify it or whatever,
yeah.
and you know what I
just don't
mean?
know how does Moose have anything to do with that though? Because those aren't
Yeah.
titles. But whatever, it's interesting. Again, it's something interesting. I don't know.
Yep.
Tessa Blanchard made a surprise. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this was not in a lot of people's notes. I got this from Cultaholic. During the Impact tapings, Grace came down to commentary to angrily send a message through the headset. First off, I'm guessing that she ran down, grabbed one of the headsets, and started yelling shit.
Oh yeah, I wonder if she was trying to like kind of almost take the show hostage a little
gotcha.
bit, you know.
Okay. So then it says, with Blanchard later responding in kind. The two look set to clash at the pay-per-view after engaging in a pull-apart brawl at the tape. Fuck, where was that?
Yeah, well,
a pull-apart brawl at the tape. That's what I mean. But I posted up I went for other people's spoilers. Nobody mentioned that. So good job, Cultaholic.
Oh yeah.
So if she was there, it looked like Tessa's not at the tapings. If you're going by just cage match, which is pretty fucking great. They're usually know everything about everything, but I guess there's other notes outside of this. Okay, whatever. After weeks of clashes between Santana and the Northern Armory, the Armory's leader, Josh Alexander, took the mic to cut a promo. He was met by Santana, two going back and forth, setting up an I Quit match at Genesis. Shit. Damn, that's what, 3 matches for Genesis?
Oh, okay.
And again, Josh gonna job the fuck out to Santana, and he's gonna quit like a bitch. That is fantastic. That makes me smile. Joe Hendry will once again face Nemeth for the TNA title, which issues further simmering between the two on Impact. Nick's brother Ryan got involved. Hendry laying out the Hollywood hunk with a standing ovation before eating a super kick from Nick for his troubles. So I mean, that's okay. I like what they're doing there.
I do see.
They're using Nick to be like the heel, which is interesting.
Speaking of that, with Santana, though, getting back to what you had said, I kind of feel like the writing's on the wall. Like they're going to put the world title on him sometime in 2025, just because
I feel like it's between him and Macklin. But
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Be in the mix then.
But again, we don't know Macklin's what's the contract, and there has been some rumors that it might be coming to an end at some point this year. I don't know.
Shame if they don't.
Here's some great news, everyone. In the Knockouts tag title scene, Spitfire will put the titles up against Ash and Heather by Elegance.
Yeah, can we tear down the Knockouts team division?
Another one. Get rid of those titles. Get rid of those titles. Get a fucking mid-card title.
We need something.
God, so dumb. Okay, so running through the actual spoilers quick. Jake,
that's actually a pretty good idea, what you mentioned about the women's mid-card title. That would be...
Well, now WWE has like 3 of them, so...
Oh, okay.
They would just be stealing from WWE.
Alrighty.
But also, after watching, like, I don't know. I just like I hated everything they did with Chelsea because like it was such a mid card. Like if you watched the match, you would think mid card, and I feel like that's not. Like I know that that's what it is, but like if WWE were to introduce a new men's title, they would never have two mid carders in it, even if it's a mid card title. You know what I mean? Like you make the title something before it drops to the mid card title. Like you put that shit on fucking Bianca Belair. Someone totally legit, you know what I mean? And then a year from now, someone like Chelsea gets it, and then it becomes a joke. I just thought it was so weird. Like I feel like it was just like they shit on a title the second it came out, and I don't know, very weird. But that had nothing to do with this. So back to TNA. Jake something defeated Laredo Kid. Why? I don't know. Why does the world hate Laredo Kid? I don't know. I mean, again, I guess these AAA guys, it just has to do with like their timing. You know what I mean? And when I say AAA guys, I throw Kushida in there knowing he's not a AAA guy because I don't know what is he? New Japan still? I don't even know.
I think he's like a multi-purpose guy because I know he's going to be working with Scott D'Amore's promotion when Maple Leaf.
Boo, Kushida.
For the cash, I guess.
Well, I don't blame anyone for getting money.
No.
He better be inviting, what's his name though? Who was the dude who used to be funny for like a week and TNA kept him for like 5 years and then he had the
Johnny Swinger.
Like yeah. I'll never forget Swinger tweeted, I'm so happy because I will always have a job as long as Scott is here. And I liked Swinger, but that pissed me off so much. Like, you don't get to keep a job because you have friends and you don't say it out loud.
Yeah,
but whatever. Especially when you're not that talented, you know what I mean? Nick Nemeth can say whatever the fuck he wants because he's got talent coming out of his asshole. Okay, the Rascals defeated the Good Hands. Again, not much there, but it is a win for the Rascals. Ryan Nemeth defeated Rhino by DQ in his second to last match ever. Ace Austin beat Kushida. Eric Young, Gresham is still around, and he got a win. See, he only wins in multi-man matches. Young, Gresham, Macklin defeat the system.
Singles action.
Young, Gresham, and Macklin defeat the system. Again, I don't like that. I mean, unless they're going to be ending the system soon. And here's a good one. Oh, no, here's not. Okay.
Which would be kind of stupid because they're being, the system are being mentioned year-end awards as being the faction.
I know. Let them, you know what I mean? At least get through the year without. Yeah. Okay, this one I looked at for a minute and I smiled, and then I just realized, fuck that. Lei Ying Lee defeated. You could put any name here, and I'll be happy, except for the name Savannah Evans. Why?
Oh yeah, I did see that. This plays right into what me and Jay were saying. It's like they can't make her a true monster. It's like it kills them.
Why? Just have her face fucking Maria fucking, you know what I mean? One of those random knockouts that's hanging around. And you have Lei Ying Lee face whoever the fuck and beat them. Not Savannah, the monster. Like, oh God.
Or why not fly in Cayenne again or something? You know,
Christ, I mean, it makes me think like there's no reason to root for Savannah, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Like they fooled me for the last fucking time, letting me think she's gonna be a monster. They really fooled me that time. They really fucking did.
Yeah, they've done that with Shira too. They built him up so many times. They made him
to a certain point. I know, but I mean, I feel like Savannah is better than Shira. I mean, she can talk.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot more upside.
Again, no offense. No offense to Shira because he's not born in America. You know what I mean? Just it is what it is.
I mean, she's been repackaged,
and she's attractive.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does Nia Jax have that Savannah Evans doesn't have?
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I don't know. And
they need a monster knockout. Like, fuck.
Wouldn't it? I mean, if they don't really have a lot of confidence in a Savannah Evans, why not send her to the like New Japan dojo or something?
Yeah,
or,
they
hone her craft a little.
Yeah, they can't keep doing this. This is a nightmare. Santana versus Northern Armory went to a no contest. I don't know. That could be interesting. I'm guessing there's more of a story there. I'm sorry. That was a gauntlet match. Santana versus Northern Armory.
Saint and Sin are a really good tag team. I see a lot of American Wolves in them a little bit, and it's just unfortunate.
They're no good hands.
Yeah, and they got to give them that treatment. Then I really don't like the Armory name. It's very
generic. I don't like that at all. But again, I feel like that's just a Here's your fucking groove for 6 months until you're out of here, jerk off.
Yeah, until you're gone.
Moose defeated your boy Andrew Everett, who I'm pretty sure you mentioned him really recently. Did you mention him recently? Like you wanted to see him return? So
yeah, I always felt like
TNA definitely listens to us. I don't care what anybody says. TNA definitely fucking listens to us. There's just way too many coincidences.
Yeah, I don't understand like why they haven't ever really pushed him to the moon in like just not just the X division. Like Ring of Honor used to like get him too, and they'd bring him in, and like he'd do all this impressive shit, but they would never pull the trigger on him. It's like I don't know if they didn't like his.
I guess it's like I don't know if it's like maybe he doesn't know like enough of the psychology as like a flippy guy like
I do know he's suffered a lot of bad knee injuries and ligament injuries and what too. So I wonder if they don't have a lot of confidence in putting a belt on somebody that's very banged up.
I mean, just keep him around though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have some goddamn extra X division guys. Like it's not gonna hurt.
You got to give him something more to do what we've been doing with Aiden Prince.
Yeah. Totally.
You know
I think he's the goddamn Twitter guy. Talk about wasting Aiden Prince. He's the fucking Twitter guy.
Yeah, and I see people say they do not like Aiden Prince, but anytime I've seen the dude wrestle, I love the guy's matches.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He doesn't have the kind of look that I like, but he's an awesome wrestler. Like some people just can break the. Oh shit! Also, I don't even know if you saw this. Fuck. Mustafa Ali teased returning to TNA.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Damn. That would be a game changer.
Should have led with that one, but yeah, he just did a whole he tweeted yesterday like a whole about like who ran like the X division for the last few years, and like one of them was him, and one of them was like, but it was all about the X division. It was nothing. There was no other teases to anything else. And I mean, if you think about it, the way he left was he left in he left in a really good way, and then he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and I felt like TNA did a very good job of pushing him and making him look very
totally. They both
world title.
That was a great relationship with each other. I feel like exactly the same as Trinity, and that's why TNA is going to last, because they work with people. You know what I mean? Like they do things right. Like,
and I think too, I know people laugh at me about the freedom of their own creativity too, and I do think TNA is more open to let you, kind of create yourself, and like you're not going to get that in AEW, and you're definitely not going to get that up north. You're not going to get your own freedom of control.
I also like how they maybe a little more hands-on. Like, I have no idea if this is the Hardys or TNA, but I loved Broken Matt. But like, you had to stop that, because like, what would he be? You know what I mean? What would he be doing in these matches? Like, it's the Hardys. Like, you gotta. I don't know. It's I understand what they're doing. Like, I hate it. I hate it because I love Matt, but I get it, and I'm sure we'll get Broken Matt back one day.
And I totally think they're intertwining the Broken Matt with the regular Matt, because like he still does the delete thing when he's coming down to the ring.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, he's got to have a little of that. Okay, so Henry and Rhino defeated Nemeth and Nemeth. Rhino got his win on his final match ever. Good for him for TNA. If you missed it, he's done with TNA forever. Leon Slater defeated Trent Seven. Nice. 8-man tag match. Jordan, Masha, Spitfire defeated Ash, Heather, Rosemary, and Tasha. Ugh. Boring. But maybe that's where Tessa came out and got into a brawl. I don't know. Eric Young and Macklin defeated First Class. I'm guessing that is the final AJ Francis match. And fuck, that sucks. We were really becoming fans of those guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the thing is, the only positive coming out of it is Casey Navarro will be still around.
I was going to say that. What do you do with Casey? I guess let him loose on the X Division.
But somebody had mentioned he's doing so much better of a job with AJ than Rich Swann.
Like, but I think it's like him, though, not the other way around.
Yeah, it could be.
Like he was making AJ better. Like he's just a ball of excitement, that dude. And Swann was more like chill, which made sense because he's, Swann, world champion.
But I still feel like we could have had Rich Swann.
He's also wrestling again. He's also wrestling again, though. I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll do nothing with him.
But I mean, at least I thought when Willie and Rich Swann were a unit, I felt like it was a very credible tag team because, they were good.
Yeah, that was a fun team. Yeah.
pretty fun.
Willie is now stuck with Ring of Honor, and where the hell is Silas Young, TNA? You don't dangle something like that in front of our faces and then pull it back at the last second, you scumbags. Sorry, scumbags was a bit much.
That's not what a real man would do to Silas Young.
Yeah, not at all. That's a real man, and you got him twisted in the wind like he's a bitch, like Sean Sapp. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. He could totally step in him. Just feel like you know what I mean, like a great mid card, fucking whatever.
Yeah, dot the I's and cross the T's.
God, sign that motherfucker. Okay, that's it. We got to keep it under an hour, and we'll be back. I don't know, Thursday. I don't know, every Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Leave a comment. Sorry we didn't get the comments again this week. It's my sickness, my brain. I still have COVID brain, so hopefully that'll be gone soon and I'll be back to normal. Thank you. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, and check out Gary's channel. The Horror Crypt, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
Gary's Movies Crypt.
Yeah, it got changed about a year ago, so check that out. Also check out Jay's alldistractions.com. He has a little bit of everything going on over there, wrestling, all kinds of different
crazy stories. But yeah, I just posted TNA spoilers on there, and there's a lot of shit, and Final Resolution, whatever else, TNA this week. See you on next week. Whatever. Bad ending. Apologies.